So if you're like me, you use social networks like Twitter and Facebook to share a lot of relevant links with people because you have some information that you think they might enjoy. But if this is a website that's of your own creation, you got to ask yourself, once they get to the page that you've sent them to, where do they go? And what I mean by that is, are they clicking on something like a form that you have? Are they clicking on some of the buttons that you've stylized? Are they looking at your content that's at the top of the page or further down? And what I'm getting at is something called heat mapping. Now, Google has used heat mapping for years to determine where people look the most, but now there's some other services out there like something called Crazy Egg, which allows you to find out where on your own website people are clicking the most. And I'll give you an example. You can click on their heat map feature, and it shows you that certain amount of people are clicking on a login or a form. This number of people are looking at your links and your blogs further down the page. It's pretty cool because it shows you both in a list with a number of links and then also via the heat map. So it's kind of easier for the visual people and the visual learners. So I want to ask you if you're using something like this. If you want to see a picture of what I'm talking about, this is pretty cool. This is a Google heat map. So it shows you that when people search, they typically look from the top left down into the bottom. This is how it typically goes, the magic triangle as they call it. And the reason I bring this up is because it's going to help you with your blog design and your social media skills. So when you're sharing something on the social net to people and you want them to come to your own page, you should really put some thought into where they're going to land. Are they going to land on a website with a welcome image? Are they going to go to a blog page? Is the most important information at the top and easily accessible to them at all times? These are some things to consider whether you're selling wine, you're selling cheese. If you're just trying to build your own brand, consider where people land and what they're clicking on most so that you can make that information most accessible as possible. And that's really all I have to say. I hope that you're using either a heat map or Google Analytics to track your own social networking.